Welcome, everyone, to Coast and our Clash of Champions predictions. I am Jeff Meacham. He is Greg Cherry, and no, we're not wearing red at the same time on purpose.
No, I just wanted to plug my new merch available at Pro Wrestling Tees and on my Teespring store. But no, we did not coordinate the red on purpose. And no, we're not dead either.
No, I actually made my grand return to video vlogging or podcast or whatever last week on the NXT party, and thank you to the guys for allowed me to come on to that. I had a great time at about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning my time. But it was worth it because nobody's here. So it was okay. It worked out. And I had a great time recording those guys. I wanted to do Clash of Champions with the so-called no DQ A team, the review team, whatever you want to call them, but I just was unavailable Tuesday night. I had killer toothache, and I wasn't up for staying up late past SmackDown. So here we are, coast to coast. Greg Cherry, Jeff Meacham back together. The Wrestling Trivia Challenge Dream Team, if you will. And by the way, that show isn't dead either. It's just a matter of nobody emailed me back when I said jdmeach1@gmail.com to enroll to challenge this man here, Greg Cherry, for the championship. Nobody got back to me.
Maybe they should try and DM you on Twitter or something. That might be easier.
Tweet me, Instagram me, Facebook. Well, not Facebook because I don't check my Facebook. But get a hold of me, guys. If you want to challenge Greg Cherry, if you want to see Wrestling Trivia Challenge come back, get a hold of me, and we'll start doing questions, and we'll start making things happen. Because I missed the show. I know Greg misses the thrill of defending the title, and from what you guys tell me, you missed the show too. So,
and you know, it's one of those things. I can't write the questions myself, guys.
No, it's kind of an unfair advantage there.
Yeah, kind of counterproductive there.
A little bit. So, email the Meach, buy a shirt, and off we go.
There you go.
So, Clash of Champions. There is actually a match that's not for a championship. It is a Clash of Titans, I guess, rather than a Clash of Champions, because we're gonna have Roman Reigns against Big Red Eric Rowan. And we finally found out that it was Rowan all along. It was not Daniel Bryan. It was not this mysterious other red-bearded man. It was, in fact, Rowan committing all these atrocities against Roman Reigns' career. Now, I've been following this as best I can on Tuesday nights and sometimes Monday nights because they show the recap every freaking show. But what's your perspective on this whole thing, Greg?
Well, one of the things I noticed is they've actually started calling him Eric Rowan again as opposed to just Rowan. Probably to confuse or lessen the confusion of having a Rowan versus Roman storyline.
Right.
As if it wasn't bad enough doing a Roman and Strowman, but that feud was actually good.
Yeah.
You know, I hope Eric Rowan does well in this match, just because this is like his first major feud, if you think about it. Because all the time with the Wyatt family, he was like a backup player. Even with the Bludgeon Brothers, it was more, let's face it, more focused on Luke Harper than it was on him.
Right.
And who knows what the hell happened to him. But this is his first major standalone feud where Rowan is kind of like the focal point. So good on him. Hopefully at least a good performance. But as far as my prediction goes, Roman has to win, right?
Big match Roman, right?
Yep. Big match Roman.
You can't bet against Roman Reigns on pay-per-view, but I'm going to do just that.
You're betting against Roman.
I'm betting against Roman Reigns. I don't know why. I just have a feeling they're not going to end this at Clash of Champions.
I feel like they're going to end the Rowan part of it and maybe like Daniel Bryan be the mastermind as kind of I did it for The Rock, but not as good storyline in 2019 where Daniel Bryan actually is the mastermind behind it.
Okay.
Like Triple H was for Rikishi.
So maybe we get Bryan inside the cell with Roman instead of Rowan?
Something, yeah.
Well, I'm picking Rowan. I got a funny feeling.
You're going off the rails already.
Going off the rails already with my red-bearded brother. So there you go.
There you go.
So on to the title matches on the card and what I think is going to be on the kickoff show because after all, 205 Live matters except the WWE.
Well, did you see the news about that today?
I did.
And you know what? I've been saying this on my live streams for a long time now that the Cruiserweight brand should move to NXT where it will be appreciated. And guess what they're doing, guys? They're moving the Cruiserweight brand to NXT because they're expanding to 2 hours, giving them more of a chance to shine. Exactly what I said should happen. Sometimes I know what I'm talking about. Not just because I've been Wrestling Trivia Challenge champion for damn near 600 days now, but because I've lost. I'd have to look up. I don't keep track anymore.
Yeah.
But sometimes I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this business. I've been in the business too. Both of us have.
Right.
So we kind of have a little bit of, hey, this may work.
Well, I had said for the longest time they need to do something to revitalize the Cruiserweight division. And if moving it to NXT is the start of this something big, I hope it is. I hope that the Cruiserweights get their chance to shine on the NXT brand in a major live showcase on USA Network for 2 hours every Wednesday night. And hopefully AEW won't kill it so bad that the Cruiserweights get forgotten again.
I don't see AEW killing it right off the bat. AEW still, let's face it, they're still new. Yeah, a lot of people talk about them, but let's see if they still have that fire. It took WCW about a year or so to start taking over Raw, so it's not going to be an immediate thing, I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, you got to remember, Nitro premiered in September '95. The WWF last won on June 10th of '96 before the 83 weeks started. So it was a good, solid, damn near year back and forth between the two. So
right before the beginning of the NWO. I thought it was a little bit after. But.
Right. Literally, I think the last Monday night the WWE won was the Raw before the Great American Bash, which, of course, Nash and Hall showed up and powerbombed Bischoff. So there you go. So kind of a fait accompli there. But as far as the Cruiserweight Championship match, we've got Drew Gulak defending against Humberto Carrillo and Lince Dorado. Now, I hate to be the a-hole here, but I've not watched 205 Live in a month. And I'm watching Aaron's stream. I'm running around this house doing chores. It's just, I haven't been able to watch. I barely watch SmackDown till the very end half the time. So I'm not familiar with what's going on.
I catch a lot of the stuff on YouTube anymore.
Okay.
I work so much, and I have a lot of other things going on.
Right.
Especially some fun things I'm working on, which I won't get into yet because still very early stages. Jeff knows what I'm talking about because we talked about this last night.
We did.
But not mentioning anything right now because nothing's done. But I haven't been able to watch 205 Live. I haven't been able to watch SmackDown because that's on my poker night again until October. And Raws I catch here and there. So a lot of the stuff I catch up on is YouTube. So I don't get to watch 205 Live. I barely get to watch NXT. So it's not like I don't have time to watch like the crappy main roster stuff. It's like I don't have time to watch wrestling as much as I'd like.
Right.
So it's not a slight to any of those guys.
It's just lack of time, lack of ability, and I honestly don't see a situation where Carrillo or Dorado is going to be the Cruiserweight champion they're going to build around in the move to the NXT show.
Yeah, because Gulak has that name recognition, and if you're going with the same prediction I am, with Gulak to retain, Gulak's going to retain. He's going to keep that championship for a while. I mean, he really kind of got gypped out of the whole thing with when Enzo got released, because it was probably going to build to a big feud with him and Enzo, but he did get it a little later than he probably would have liked, but he's Cruiserweight champion now, so Gulak's going to be the guy. So
I watched Gulak when he was out here working for Dave Marquez and the United Wrestling Network. He was one half of the United Tag Team Champions with Timothy Thatcher. They were a very impressive tag team. So I've been high on Gulak for a minute. So I'm glad he's getting a run, and I don't see the run ending Sunday. So there you go. Let's go with Nakamura and The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. This is one of those things where it's really more Sami Zayn than it is Nakamura, and that's unfortunate for Nakamura that they're not letting him. I get that there's a language barrier, and that's been a problem for him since he showed up in WWE, but I don't see any other result of the Nakamura-Sami Zayn pairing other than a breakup and a feud. So, and as much as I'd like to see The Miz become a record. I believe it's a record 10 time. He'll be the new record holder.
He'll tie Chris Jericho if he wins.
Oh, okay, so he'll tie at 9 then. Okay.
Yeah. As far as WWE, if you count the New Japan Intercontinental title that Jericho won, technically it's 10. Yeah. For all you wrestling purists out there.
That's right. Well, so far, Jericho and Nakamura are the only two to hold both, so there you go. Much to Jericho's chagrin when they said Nakamura was the first, it's like, hello.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I was going to say, they don't want to acknowledge Jericho now, especially since he's Le Champion.
Le Champion, that's right.
Hey,
and you know what? Hey, good on Interstate Kyle. He got to see Fozzy up in Lake Tahoe, and he got really good seats, and he got really good pictures, so that was awesome.
Yeah, I heard Fozzy was like touring with Breaking Benjamin. That'd be a show I'd like to go to.
That'd be a fun show. I think I would dig that. That'd be a cool show to see. So anyway, back on topic. Nakamura and The Miz. I don't see The Miz as being the one to end this Nakamura thing. I think you're going to have Sami Zayn be the one to end up challenging Nakamura when Nakamura turns back babyface, and maybe Zayn will be Intercontinental champion, which would be a cool twist and a cool thing for Sami because he hasn't done jack crap since leaving NXT pretty much, except kind of being involved in the main thing with Owens and Shane, and he's been on the cusp of something big, but hasn't hit that something big. So maybe this Nakamura thing will turn into a feud to lead to the title.
Has he won a match this year?
I don't think so.
I was gonna say something, and somebody's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, he won a match on this episode of SmackDown or something." It's like, listen, guys, it's like we know that we're wrestling trivia guys, okay, but we're not
current viewer trivia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even necessarily that. It's just we don't know the results of like every episode of Raw and every episode of SmackDown off the top of our heads. We'd actually have to look some of this stuff up. So I'm thinking Sami Zayn hasn't won a match since like pre-WrestleMania 34.
Right.
Because he had that like little goofy, terrible storyline with Lashley.
Oh God, yes, that's true.
And then he lost those matches, and he lost at WrestleMania to Shane and Daniel Bryan. So,
right.
I don't know. It's been a minute for Sami.
Yeah. So I think Sami managing Nakamura will help Sami get back in the winning track, and Nakamura will retain the title.
Hopefully, but Shinsuke is going to retain. That's my prediction.
Right. All right. So next we've got. Let's go with the tag team matches. And we'll start with the one I'm least concerned with, honestly. The New Day defending the SmackDown tag titles against the Revival. Now, not a slight on the New Day, not a slight on the Revival. The 3 tag team title matches, this one I care least about because I honestly think they're going to give the Revival the title and have them be one of the first to hold both championships and get them on that path of domination with the championship again, because the New Day, we always say the New Day is going to fizzle out. We always say that, and it never happens. But I have a feeling that the loss of the SmackDown tag titles will be the start of maybe a new path for the New Day and a new start for the Revival.
I'm trying to think of all the guys that have held the NXT tag team titles, the Raw tag team titles, and the SmackDown tag team titles. The only person that comes to mind for me is Chad Gable.
That sounds about right.
Because the Revival have been NXT and Raw, but they've not been SmackDown. I'm predicting the New Day to retain, by the way. I'm just trying to.
Did Jason Jordan and Chad Gable win the SmackDown tag titles?
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure Jason Jordan also won the Raw tag title.
Jason Jordan was the first because he won with Seth. Yeah, that's right.
So both members of American Alpha, just not together, have held both championships.
Yeah. I forgot about Jason Jordan because he hasn't been around forever.
Seriously, is he injured? What is going on with him?
I think he had like a bad neck injury and it just never healed. So he's working as a producer.
You know what? As bad as the storylines that was with Kurt, that's a shame because he was talented.
Oh, he was, absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, so you're picking the New Day to retain. Is it just because, or?
There's really no point. And the Revival, here's the thing, to quote you.
Yeah.
I know. There's so much confusion. I don't know who's on Raw and who's on SmackDown. Because the club was on SmackDown but became Raw Tag Team Champions. Now the Revival are Raw guys getting a SmackDown Tag Team title shot. There's so much gray area with a brand split where they're supposed to be doing a draft. Like there's been reports of it or whatever. They're supposed to do a draft around the time that SmackDown's going on Fox. I hope they do because I don't know who the hell's on which show.
Yeah, I'm so confused at this point.
I don't think they know, honestly.
I don't think they do either.
It's like, geez, at least the original brand split lasted about 8 years before it broke down. This one's been about 2 or 3. Come on.
Not even a full 2 or 3 either. Yeah, it's been breaking down for about a year anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a mess. All right, so you got New Day, I got Revival. It's got to be like
wild card rule.
Yeah, it's so lame. So we got the women's tag titles. Alexa and Nikki against, what are they called? Fire and Desire, Mandy and
Fire and
Sonya?
Desire.
Yeah. I want so bad to pick my girl Mandy and Sonya, but I just don't think they're going to take the belts off Alexa and Nikki yet. I think they're going to build toward that thing splitting up at a major pay-per-view like Survivor Series or something. So I think they're going to retain for now.
Yeah. Well, you say your girl Mandy. I say my girl Sonya.
There you go.
Yeah, it sucks because I think everybody wants to see Sonya Deville win a championship. They're kind of iffy on Mandy Rose, but they're like, Sonya's badass. We need to see her win gold. I wish it was going to be this, but I don't know. This is one of the tough ones because the women's tag team title is kind of like not a focal point, so it could go either way.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to be that guy. Fire and Desire win the tag team titles.
There you go. All right.
Might be my only wrong prediction of the show, or it might be or it might be Jerry Slaughter territory. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been so hit and miss here the last few shows, so we'll see what happens. But the Raw tag titles is an interesting dynamic because the Raw tag team champions, Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman, are not only defending against Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler here, but they're also competing against each other in what will probably be the main event.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're going to go with conventional wisdom here and have them lose the tag titles.
Yeah.
That goes toward the complete breakdown of the team in general, and it leads to the main event of a complete all-out brawl for the Universal Championship.
I'm just checking with the group real quick to see if there's like a bonus point for predictions because I didn't look beforehand.
Okay.
And I haven't seen Noah's spreadsheet, so
yeah, neither have I. Has he done one yet? Because we haven't had a full team yet.
Well, I know the review did their predictions, so typically it comes after that.
Okay.
If I had to guess, the bonus point would be for like what match will open the show, and my guess would have been the Raw Tag Team titles because you start off the night with Braun and Seth, and you finish the night with Braun and Seth.
Right, makes sense. That's only fair to them, honestly. So
yeah, because they'd be kind of stupid if they go back to back.
Yeah, because you know that Roman and that Roode and Dolph are going to put them through the paces, man. That's going to be a hell of a match.
Cindy said the tiebreaker is who faces R-Truth for the 24/7 title.
Oh my God! Yeah, we'll do that in a minute.
I was gonna say that could literally be anybody on the planet.
It could be anybody on the planet. It could be. Where are they at? Charlotte on Sunday?
I guess.
Here, I can find out.
Nate's just gonna win the title.
That's right. I was gonna say Ric Flair is gonna be the 24/7 champion.
He'd do it. He'd defend the thing.
He would totally do it. He would totally do it just for the shits and giggles.
Oh, he absolutely would.
Okay, there's the prediction. There you go. Ric Flair. There you go. There it is. Okay.
If they are, hold on. I want to double check if they're not in Charlotte. That kind of screws that up.
Well, Flair also lives in Georgia, so it could be if it's in Atlanta, he could do it there too.
Possibly. All right. Next match while I look that up.
Okay. So the next match is for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
It isn't Charlotte.
This is what I'm looking forward to for sure because it's one of the two battles of the horsewomen. It's going to be Bayley defending against Charlotte Flair. Now, everybody I know, including me up until the other day, has been saying Charlotte 10 belts. There it is, right there. It's going to happen. She's going to be the new women's champion. She's going to reset the record, blah, blah, blah. But now they've got Bayley and Sasha together. Now they've got this new thing where Bayley's finally on the dark side. So I am leaning toward actually both championships changing hands. I'm thinking Charlotte's going to win to take the heat, to give the heat to Bayley more because she'll be that more pissed off about losing, and Charlotte will probably cheat to win. So there'll be even more reason for Bayley to be disingenuous about everything. And then Sasha, I'm going to say it right now, Sasha will defeat Becky and put the heat on, it'll put heat on Sasha and Bayley more to have one be, again, one be champion, one be not. So there'll be anger, there'll be resentment, there'll be all kinds of things. And maybe we'll see a complete breakup of the team altogether between Sasha and Bayley. And maybe we'll see a fatal four-way come Hell in a Cell or whatever the case may be. And we'll see that match. We did see in NXT once. Yeah. Between the four of them for the championship.
The revival, yep.
For the revival, yeah. So,
just not a rival.
I said to be a revival of the match.
Oh, I thought.
So, but God, it's just so hard because all four of these women are so talented. Anybody can win either match. Honest to God, they can. So I'm gonna kind of reverse what I just said. Actually, I'm gonna say Bayley retains and Sasha regains.
Okay, I'm going to agree with that. Bayley retains and Sasha gains the title and they're both freshly healed, so I don't see them splitting up anytime soon.
This is true also, yeah.
Sasha returned the night after SummerSlam. Bayley turned a couple weeks later. So I want to see Bayley cheat to win. I still say that Bayley's heel turn, not that wasn't effective. I would have loved to see Bayley beat her with a chair and then rip the ponytail out of her hair, the band or whatever holds it, throw it down and just have long hair. Be she's shedding her babyface character, but she's still doing it, so it's kind of weird.
She's shedding the Baileyness.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's what I think. Bayley, I'd like to see her come out with new music on Sunday, but I don't know if they're going to do that.
I wish they would. I'm so sick of the damn music now.
Yeah, because it makes no sense.
Yeah, with the Bayley music and the Bayley buddies, it's not a heel.
Yeah.
Thing. So yeah. So Bayley retains, Sasha regains.
That's correct. That's what I'm saying.
Right. That's what I'm saying too. So the WWE champion, the Miracle Man continues his run. Kofi Kingston against the Viper Randy Orton, the Apex Predator Randy Orton, whatever you want to call him, Randy Orton. I call him the guy who's not going to win the championship on Sunday.
Yeah. I feel like they're just going to extend this to Hell in a Cell. I really do.
Yeah, because this feud is so, when you think about it, it really is 10 years in the making.
It is, but they're hinging on just that time in 2009, early 2010. They're not focusing on the here and the now.
Right, which is not a good feud. So I think if they want to give this feud any sort of running shoes, they need to stop. They need to go through to Hell in a Cell and put these two guys inside the cage.
Yeah.
The cell. No question about that. I think this will be a cell match, and I think we'll probably see the women go back in the cell too.
That'll be awesome.
That would be nice because they haven't really had a women's feud necessary to go in there and since Charlotte and Sasha 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So, maybe we'll see.
It'd be interesting if they did a dual title match, let's say you throw all four of the horsewomen in a cell, both the Raw and SmackDown championships are on the line, but or is that too complicated to say if Charlotte wins, in any capacity, she's the SmackDown Women's Champion. If Becky or Sasha win, whoever.
Right. I think
is that too complicated?
I think that's too smart for the room, honestly. And also, you got to remember, Hell in a Cell will be at the 2 days after the SmackDown premiere on Fox.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to start splitting the brands pretty decisively by then.
Yeah.
One would think.
I felt like I was just Russo booking there. Sorry.
That's okay. Hey, nothing wrong with Russo booking. You know, people crap on Russo, including me. You know what? Sometimes Russo booking is what it takes. And I think putting all four of them in a match is not a bad idea in and of itself. I think having a dual championship, I think having, well, if this is this and this is this, kind of muddles it. Yeah. But I think having the four of them inside the cell in and of itself is not a bad idea at all.
Yeah. I think the only title that should be like co-branded is the 24/7 because it's defended all the time. So.
Exactly. And not like co-branded, but all branded. Because the 24/7 is supposed to be on NXT. We haven't seen that yet. So
yeah. And we've seen an ESPN host and the basketball player win the title, so it's not out of the realm of possibility.
ESPN host or Fox host?
Fox host, sorry.
Fox host.
I've been watching a lot like ESPN stuff lately because they crap on Notre Dame. So
they do. They really do.
Oh my gosh,
they're awful on that.
You don't have to. You're telling me.
Yeah, exactly. How did that call get through? It was on Do Not Disturb. That was weird. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that.
That's okay.
We're on to the main event anyway, so it's all good. We're almost done.
Yeah, something
we have the Universal Championship. Seth Rollins defending against Braun Strowman. Is this Braun Strowman's moment at last? Is this the time the Monster Among Men becomes the Monster Among Champions?
No.
No,
it's not.
It's not. I want it to be because I like Braun, but I like Seth more, and I think Seth is a better guy to lead the Raw brand into the new brand split, into the post SmackDown on Fox era, into all this new stuff that's coming up.
Braun, they have revived his character since they completely butchered it the last year after his goofy ass 2-month heel turn and then big show face turn, you know.
Yeah.
They completely butchered his booking. The WrestleMania Battle Royal was a complete joke this year because the final three were him and the two guys from Saturday Night Live in a feud that nobody wanted to see.
Right.
So good on them for building him back up to this point, but it's not going to be him. Rollins has got to retain and face Bray at Hell in a Cell.
So, yeah, I personally would rather see Seth and Bray in Hell in a Cell anyway.
I would too, because, I mean, there is backstory there with Bray and Braun, but perhaps that is something you build to WrestleMania. Like, Braun Strowman joined WWE in the Wyatt family, and he stepped out of that shadow. Maybe Bray hasn't forgiven him for becoming a bigger star or something like that. And, like, goes after him as the Fiend. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
But,
or maybe Bray costs Braun on Sunday, and that leads Braun and Bray into the cell rather than Bray challenging for the title.
But then who's Rollins face?
Rollins face somebody outside of the cell.
King Corbin.
That's right. Why not?
Well, no, because they beat that feud to death.
Yeah,
which they didn't really beat it to death because I actually enjoyed the Rollins Corbin feud as much as other people hated it. Right. And we got Corbin to give the end of days to Becky Lynch, which was a fantastic moment.
That was so good. So well
such a heel move and like probably one of the loudest reactions Corbin's ever gotten.
That was one of those like, oh no.
It's like, I can't believe he actually did that.
He actually did that. Holy crap.
Yeah, I was hoping he would do that. Like I called it. I was like, I need Corbin to hit Becky with the end of days during this match. And they actually did.
Sure as hell they did it, man.
Oh I popped so hard for it.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure it was a loud pop there in the house. Oh my goodness. So if Corbin wins King of the Ring, it makes sense to have him be the next challenger. So why not?
Yeah, but we've seen both the Corbin and Braun feud and the Corbin and Rollins feud this year. So it's not going to be. I feel like it has to be Seth and Bray.
Okay.
And then Corbin does, and then honestly, Bray should hold the Universal title for at least a year, or at least 2 WrestleMania at the very least.
Yeah, maybe it ends up being him and Braun at Mania.
And that's why I said earlier. I think they should
Right.
build Braun to face Bray and like have that little storyline, and then maybe Braun's big payoff moment is at Mania.
Maybe Braun wins the Royal Rumble and gets a shot that way.
There you go.
Braun's won the Rumble before in Saudi Arabia.
Won the greatest Royal Rumble, 50 man. Yep.
Why not? It makes sense to me, damn it. So that's all that counts on this show. It makes sense to us. So there you go.
It's still real to me, damn it.
It's still real to me. Where's my NBA pin when I need it? Damn it.
Speaking of the Fox guys.
Yeah, right. Yeah, jeez. All right, so that was our predictions for the Clash of Champions. Of course, you can check it out this Sunday live on the WWE Network for just $9.99, but it's free to subscribers. Don't forget that. So if you sign up, Sunday's show is free, and I'm pretty sure Hell in a Cell is free too, because it's only a couple weeks after that. So
yeah, so depending on when you sign up, you could get 2 shows for free.
Not that we're showing for WWE or anything, but we're just trying to let you all know you get some free shit. So there you go.
Get some WWE guys to buy our merch, and then we'll start plugging your stuff.
That's right. If you get Vince McMahon to wear the Cherry Hines shirt on the WWE show, we will plug every network show ever again.
Yep. We'll plug Camp WWE.
That's right.
Edge and Christian show.
Right.
You know, all of
I
them.
will plug Unfiltered with Renee Young, damn it. I will do that. I promise.
Culture Shock with Corey Graves.
Except the one with Enzo, because no. I'm not plugging Enzo for any reason whatsoever.
Oh,
I know. I'm a bad guy for that, but that's okay.
I'll even plug the Jerry Springer show. How about that?
There you go. That's right. Too Hot for TV. That's right. Which had 3 episodes, and then it was like, yeah, it's Jerry Springer. And it's 2016. We're done.
Yeah. It's like bringing him in for the Bella feud was bad enough.
Right.
Sorry, Caitlin.
All right. Thank you all for watching this. Don't forget to, are you going to live stream before the show on Sunday?
No. I'm not live streaming during football season.
Makes sense to me.
Of course, the way the Steelers have been playing, maybe I should.
Yeah, what the hell happened the other day?
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it either. It was disturbing. Fuck you, Belichick. Anyway, this is Coast to Coast. I am Jeff Meacham. He is Greg Cherry. We will see you guys next time.